and actually hears my name every now and then. It's quite nice, and I think for him quite annoying, which I like.
Another famous person is actually from Styria, Arnold Schwarzenegger, who lives here. Have you ever met him?
No.
Would you like
No.
to meet him? And what do you think of Arnold Schwarzenegger? I mean, he made the biggest career when you think of a movie star coming from Tal by Graz in Styria.
Yeah, I would love to meet him because, as you've said, I mean, he's like this superstar as far as I can remember, and it's him and Falco, and there were so many Austrian artists that actually rose into the stardom against everybody's expectations. And yeah, this is what I like, because I hear that a lot, that you can't go from Austria to anywhere, like having a career. And they, as I said before, people in Europe tend to take you to the ground and tuck you to it. And so these are good examples and great inspirations to just experience the fact that it is possible to become a well-known person, even if you're from Austria.
Do you remember who was one of the first people that inspired you, because they were different, as you were talking about inspirations? Do you remember that?
I don't really. I never had people like I've never been longing for a role model or something like that, because I got inspired by so many different people and so many situations and just pictures, and I from a very little age on I'm just absorbing everything which catches my attention. But when it comes to music, I think the first voice ever which touched me deeply was Shirley Bassey. And I was like, I don't know, 9 or 10 years old. I had no idea who Shirley Bassey was. I had no idea which kind of language she was singing. And it just touched me. And from that on, I think I started to love these dramatic, big production numbers. Yeah.
You're currently working on your album, and thank you for coming actually over, because you're interrupting your schedule. And so what can you tell us, what will this album be like? Will we see these dramatic songs? Will we hear them? Is it different that everybody expects from everybody what are expecting? What is the album about?
Well, it won't be like a spin-off of different versions of Rise Like a Phoenix, so that's not gonna happen. Although I love this kind of orchestric music. It will be like Heroes is like, I think, quite good start to introduce the style of the album. For me, it would be a bit more dark and quite sexy. Because I need and I love up-tempo songs, but I'm trying for years now and it don't really fits me. But we figured out that being sexy with a faster beat is working. So I'm going for that.
You said you don't write these songs. So when you see the lyrics, what is it that speaks to you? When do you decide? Right away, instantly? Do you decide, it has to stay with me for a while? When do you decide that's the song that I want to go and record?
I decided after hearing the chorus. But for me, a song got one chance. And I just always get into this situation, I don't really like it, then I listen to it and I start to like it, then I sing it, and then I'm like bored. And I just figured out for me that there's the song, I listen to it, I like it or not, and I'm gonna take it or not. And this is actually very annoying for my producers, because they're like, why? That's a hit. And I'm like, yeah, oops, I did it again as well, but I wouldn't sing it, So yeah, it's quite. Maybe I would never have a hit because of my horrible taste of music. But this is the way I choose songs. You know, if they touch me, I go with it. Yeah.
And when you hear, what are the songs? Let's say the 5 best songs that you like personally. As you mentioned already, Shirley Bassey. But what are the songs that you like? Which ones do you like to hear constantly, over and over again?
Oh, that's a tough question. Well, I would go with "Diamonds Are Forever." That's one of my most favorite songs from Shirley Bassey. You know, when it comes to other artists, I'm really interested in almost any kind of music. When it comes to myself, it's a bit difficult. But yeah, it would be Shirley Bassey, it would be Celine Dion. I love Celine Dion. You know, and even if you don't like her style, her voice is just perfect. And it's the same with Beyonce. These girls, they are just not able to sing in the wrong key. They just can't be sharp or flat while singing. And I don't know if that's even allowed to be that perfect. But yeah, this is something which just freaks me out.
Could you imagine singing for a movie, doing the lyrics or a song for a movie? And if so, which one?
I would love to. Mm-hmm. I mean, I would love to sing a James Bond theme song. That would be great. But I will, you know, if it's a good song, I mean, I wouldn't say for any movie, but you know, if it's a good movie and a good song, I would go for it.
Do you like to go to movies? Actually, do you have actually time to go to movies?
Well, yeah, I do. And you know, out of drag, nobody would recognize me. So if I have a day off, I go to see a movie. But I haven't been in cinema for quite a while now.
Because of your schedule, I guess.
Yeah.
So I I
prefer sleeping.
I'd like to open the floor. Thank you, Conchita. I would like to open the floor to a few questions from the audience, please.